Hey everybody, before we get into these interviews of Tom Holland describing his time on the Uncharted set, dealing with difficult stunts and actually some dangerous stunts as well, we have a trivia question for you. Actually, it's not really so much a trivia question as it is an opinion question, and we know you guys like those. Which is your favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man film? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and your reasoning why. And if you do so, we'll be sure to give you a like. Now let's get started.
Some of the action scenes in this film are brilliant. The opening shot with the ring floating and you falling down is so cool. I've seen some of the behind the scenes footage, but can you talk about that car hitting you and then the idea of what it looked like when you were flipping from each cargo carton? Because it was so freaking insane and the wheel was almost like a oneer at one point. What did that look like on set when you got hit by that car and flew back?
So it was interesting. So myself and the car were attached to the same rig. I had points lifting me up and I had points pulling me back. And I also think I had points stabilizing me sideways. I think I did. And essentially when the car would come forwards, I had to kind of look up, the car would come forwards and it was just like the front of the car. It was like a bonnet of a car. And then it would crash into me. I would sort of bounce off the bonnet. But the hardest thing is Ruben really wanted me to try and stay horizontal as I left the aeroplane before I went into my sort of spin. Yeah. So it's really difficult to get hit by it because when you get hit by it, the natural instinct is to fall backwards this way. But he wanted me to get hit and then slide off that way. So it took a long time to get right. And it just so happened that that was the day that my mum came to watch. And normally with my career, like whenever my mum comes is the day where they don't really need me. And she's always like, I don't understand why you're always like tired, like you don't really do anything, you're just hanging out in your trailer all day. So it was nice for her to come to set to see an actual stunt. It was cool. I really enjoyed it, and it's one of the most impressive stunts in the movie.
Oh crap! Come on! So wow, I mean, so many amazing stunts. You're both action veterans, so who learned from who?
Well, I would have to say that I'm a bit more of a veteran than Tom. I wouldn't call him a novice, but he is a bit new at it. I mean, after 3 Spider-Mans in this movie, he's done his fair share of action, but I still feel like he's just now entering his physical prime, and there is another 15 to 20 years to go.
Sully, hurry! It's gonna take a little longer than I thought, kid.
I just hope he starts to really set the standard just a little bit higher, start challenging Tom Cruise to do all of these things in real time, as opposed to, I don't want to see any wires, cables, nothing. And I think he can do it.
All right, challenge accepted, mate. I could give it my best.
But yeah, he's very, very capable. It's impressive to see. And for me, I'm lucky enough to be able to have done it all, and now embracing my getting a little bit older and now playing the elder statesman who's much more savvy in trying to use different ways to avoid, expending any extra energy. That's why I loved always complaining about different ailments throughout the movie and letting him kind of go off and handle all the physicality.
One of the things that Tom Holland brings to the big screen is the fact that he can do some of his own stunts, which is unique because that's not the case of all actors and actresses. And not only the stunts that he's able to do, it's also like he does for Spider-Man, it fits his character. And his character in Uncharted, this young Indiana Jones style vibe and having to do these like epic death-defying stunts is stuff that he does, and so it really translated well to the big screen. Here's another clip of him speaking about just that.
Oh crap! Come on!
You are Spider-Man at all times. The physicality, the stunts, everything was like so thrilling in this. Any injuries?
A few injuries, a few, bangs and bruises here and there. I got really bad tendonitis in my hamstring, which isn't a very cool injury. That's just from overwork. Which was affecting at some points in the film. But my 2 stunt doubles are, the best in the business, and they make sure that everything I do is as safe as it can be, and the only times I get hurt is when I do something wrong. So I was lucky that I got away with this one pretty unscathed.
Oh, this is gonna suck!
Well, guys, I hope you're excited for Uncharted, another Tom Holland film. I feel like we're going to be getting a lot of these in the future, and I'm looking forward to it as well. And as always, if you want to support us here on FilMonger, you can like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because it does really help us here at the channel as we try to fulfill your movie hunger on the regular. And you can answer that question that we asked you at the beginning, which is, what is your favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man film? I feel like it's going to be the same for a lot of people, but it is Spider-Man No Way Home for me. That film was just perfect. Well, guys, until next time, thanks so much for watching.